Hey, Rose. We need to talk. It's quite important, actually, now that I think about it. So, I'm just wondering, who is your boyfriend? What does he do for a living?
What do you want to know about Javier?
Well, last week, I saw you both come out of this super fancy restaurant. I happened to be passing by the place, and I saw him and you together. He was wearing a fancy suit, and you in a flashy dress.
Oh, right. I know what you're talking about now. I think you're actually talking about our outing that we did last week. Actually, that particular restaurant is owned by one of Javier's friends. They invited us to a party to celebrate the opening of the restaurant.
Wow! So you got invited to a fancy restaurant like that? You're so lucky. So, your boyfriend knows the owner of that restaurant? It's already become a huge hit with people on social media. It's already gained a huge following. It's really famous and popular with a lot of people. It's already got 1 Michelin star, and it's so difficult to get a reservation. It's so busy.
Yes, it's really taken off. It was really fun to be invited to celebrate the opening of such a fancy restaurant like that. I never knew that Javier had friends like that in such high places. I will have to thank him for letting me come to the opening.
Well, rumor has it there were lots of celebrities that were invited to the opening of it. Sounded like such an amazing party. Even the daughters of some of the major companies in town were invited, along with politician daughters too. I've heard that a lot of amazing people were invited. I can't believe you got to go.
Indeed, you're right. The people around me were all people I've seen on TV. So I was super nervous when it came to mingling with all those famous people.
I see. What does your boyfriend do, though, if he knows those type of people? What does he do to get invited to that kind of party? Your boyfriend must be in a pretty high position in society, right? Like, an elite? Could it be that your boyfriend is a president of a major corporation or something?
No, of course not, Violet. He's no president of any company. Javier's just an ordinary office worker.
But that can't be right. There's no way a mere office worker could be invited to such a fancy party. Like, think about it. Why are you so determined to hide your boyfriend's identity from me, Rose? We're best friends. Are you really going to keep something like that from me? Please, tell me the truth.
But I am, Violet. I'm telling you nothing but the truth. I have no reason to lie to you. It seems like the owner and Javier have been friends since elementary school. We were invited because of the connection they have.
Wow! What? They've been friends for that long? That's amazing he's had a friend for that long amount of time. So Javier's definitely some amazing guy then, isn't he? Friends of successful people are also guaranteed to be successful themselves since they've got connections to so many people. Also, now that I think about it, you've also been doing well lately. After all, you've had a lot of influence from your rich CEO boyfriend.
Violet, what are you talking about?
Admit it, Rose. Don't you remember us two drinking together the other day? At that time, didn't you generously pay for the entire taxi fare? Plus, you paid for the drinks as well. I guess you got a lot of pocket money every month from your elite boyfriend. That's why you're so energetic and have been socializing a lot recently.
I only paid because you forgot to bring your wallet, Violet. So I had no choice but to pay for everything. Now that you mention all this, I still haven't got my money back for the drinks and the taxi fare. All you did was order super expensive alcohol, so even if we were to have split the bill, it would have been about $200 per person. I didn't mean to purchase that much alcohol, especially at the price that it was at. So if you could please give me what you owe, that would be great.
You don't need to have a go at me if you're the one who's acting like this over a bit of money. You're the one with the big boss boyfriend, and I'm sure he can treat you to some of his money to pay for it all. That's why I don't need to pay you anything.
And what is the meaning of this, Violet? That makes no sense as we're the ones who went out and you didn't pay your fair share.
Even so, I didn't know you had a boyfriend who was winning at life. He should be able to give you whatever you want, including lots of money. I'm actually so envious of you. Almost to the point that I want to take Javier away from you and keep him all to myself.
Are you being serious right now, Violet?
What? Of course not. It's just a joke. Rose. Well, I think that we should go out drinking again. At your expense again. You should share the financial power of your elite boyfriend with your friends. Especially me. Am I right?
Rose, we need to talk. We need to break up right now. I have someone that I want to marry.
What? What are you talking about? Isn't the person you want to marry me? Since I'm your girlfriend, right?
I hate to break it to you, Rose, but you're not my girlfriend anymore. I no longer have any interest in being with you. Sorry.
What the heck is going on here? Is this some kind of sick joke?
The only person I'm in love with right now is Violet. It's already been decided that we're going to get married to each other.
Are you for real, Javier? Now hold up just a minute. Just slow down, please. Don't make such hasty decisions. You're not seriously talking about my friend Violet, are you?
And yes, your friend Violet, yes. Actually, we've been dating for almost a month now. And then just over that time we spent together, I fell in love with her. If I were to get married, I would rather get married to Violet than you, to be honest.
This can't be happening right now. No. What the heck is all this? So while you've been going out with me, you've been having an affair with a close friend of mine? And now you want to go ahead with it and marry Violet? You're just going to throw me away like trash? Just like that? Like I'm nothing?
I just feel so much more comfortable when I'm around Violet. She's just really kind and pampers me a lot. She even listens to me when I complain about my job.
I listen to your complaints too. You listen to mine as well. I do so many things, Javier.
What are you even talking about? You've got a way better career and earn a way higher salary than me. You're way more successful. You don't have any reasons to complain about your job when you earn so much money already. So stop making fun of me.
What? I'm not even doing that at all.
I bet you were making fun of me on the inside. Even though we work at the same company, the gap between me and you is widening. You're making fun of me because I never got promoted and my salary is much lower than yours. I already hate you for that.
Okay, Javier, you really need to calm down. I would never make fun of you. I'm not that sort of person to make a mockery of people. Okay, yes, I got promoted faster than you did, but when you think about it, our work and private lives are very different. I genuinely like you a lot, Javier. Why are you being like this? I haven't done anything.
Too bad, Rose. I already don't like you anymore. I don't hold any good feelings for you anymore. A woman who earns more money than her boyfriend is rather annoying. I hate it so much.
That makes no sense. What I earn shouldn't be a factor in our relationship.
A woman must stand by her man and be inferior. That's why I want to break up with you and marry my sweet Violet. Besides, who would want to marry an unattractive woman like you?
How dare you do this to me, Violet? How could you? Why would you go and take Javier away from me for? I can't believe the two of you were dating behind my back. Cheating with your best friend's boyfriend is so cruel. How could you do this?
Even though you asked me why I did it, I was still able to take him away from you. I only stole Javier away because I was jealous of his existence and him being with you. There's no other reason to it. I just wanted to take him away from your grasp.
What? You're jealous of Javier? I don't understand. Why?
It's crazy that you, my best friend, has a boyfriend who is a company president. I recently got dumped by my last boyfriend. Plus, I got fired from my job, and life's tough. I couldn't tolerate you being the only one who wins at life. It's not fair.
Are you kidding me, Violet? Did these things really happen to you?
Of course it did. Just because I was absent without permission from work, it got me fired somehow. My boyfriend also abandoned me straight away when he found out, and everything has been terrible lately. But you, my best friend, is the only one who's doing well at work, and your boyfriend is also a company president. You're both so sneaky and think you're better than everyone else.
It's impossible to just take someone's boyfriend when that is your only reason.
Since you're my best friend, it would be nice if you could share a little bit of your happiness with me. I'm sure you've had a lovely time with Javier. Now it's my turn. What's so wrong with taking him away from you?
It's not good at all, Violet. Are you crazy? No matter the circumstances, it's not a good reason to take a friend's boyfriend. And because of what you've done, this is the end of our friendship. I'm fine with that if you are.
I don't really care what you do. I've got what I wanted. Just a story of a best friend who used to have an elite boyfriend, and now I do. I've decided that my boyfriend is more important to me than you are.
Are you serious? Even though you've done wrong, you were going to ditch me anyway?
I no longer need you as a best friend anymore, Rose. If you can't forget me for taking Javier away from you, then that's fine by me. As long as I have Javier, who has a lot of money and is a boss, then that's all I need in life.
But that's not even true.
And on top of that, he wants to go ahead and marry me. Isn't that great? Oh, this coming weekend, we're actually going to go and view a wedding venue. When a man finds a girl he really likes, I guess he acts quickly. Didn't you both date each other for like 5 years? You never even talked about marriage, did you?
And I guess that's right. Even when I brought up the topic of marriage, Javier just tried to change the conversation. But the conversation with you progressed so quickly, it's hard to believe.
I want to get married really soon and become a company president's wife. Then I could go to the beauty salon every day and do as much shopping as I wanted. In the evening, we can go to celebrity parties. I can wear a beautiful dress and hang out with the rich and famous every day.
Huh? You really think you're going to be able to do those things with Javier?
And then I can come home to a beautiful and big luxury apartment. Tipsy, of course. After the party, the two of us can enjoy the night view looking over the city while opening a bottle of expensive wine. What a life I'll have. The view from my own luxury apartment will be wonderful.
Okay, you need to hold on a minute, Violet. Do you really think you'll be able to spend your days with Javier in luxury?
What are you on about? What kind of question is that? He's a company president, so he's obviously quite rich. If I marry a man like Javier, I'm sure I'll be able to enjoy a luxurious life. So I'll find a luxury apartment for him to buy. One room could cost around $100,000, but I'm sure he can't afford it.
You've got to be joking, Violet.
Of course not. I can't wait to get married to a company president. When I become his wife, I'll live in an apartment that's so expensive and flash and indulge in luxury.
Well, I guess I made such a big mistake of getting a rundown apartment.
What do you mean? I don't get it.
Well, instead of living in luxury, every day I've been able to save a lot of money. Whereas you've just been fired from your job, and you know Javier's pay is only about $1,400 a month. From there, you'll have to pay for the rent, utilities, and of course the phone bill, since it'll be used a lot. Wow, you might be living off bean sprouts for a long time.
Wait, what? Just hang on a second. Why are you saying this all of a sudden? Javier is a company manager, right? There's no way that his income is only that much money a month, right? It's a joke, no?
I've told you many times that he's not a president of any company. Javier is just a regular office worker that earns pennies. Actually, we work at the same company together. To be honest, I'm way more successful than him and earn a lot more money than him too.
You've got to be kidding me, right? Are you trying to get back at me for what I did or something?
On the contrary, my dear Violet, Javier has been making a lot of mistakes at work lately. It's not looking good, to be honest with you. In the end, he was given a pay cut. That's why he's only been earning pennies. His paycheck by the end of the month is sometimes only $1,400. That's why I've been the one paying for all the dates we've been on. He wasn't able to afford anything when we went out. After all that, it came down to me paying for all the rent and other expenses, not him. He's not wealthy in the slightest.
Are you for real? Is this really true? He isn't well off at all? It was all a lie?
Do you even want to marry such a man and indulge in beauty treatments every day when in reality you couldn't afford it? Do you still want to buy anything you want? Do you want to buy a high-end luxury apartment that costs a ridiculous amount of money? Well, I don't think anything like that will ever come true if you don't got a man who earns enough money. On top of all that, if you can't pay the rent, then maybe you should move into an old and rundown apartment to get cheap rent.
No! This can't be happening to me right now. All the things you're saying is a lie. He wouldn't do this to me. Just because you feel bad about me robbing Javier from you, it doesn't mean you get to say stupid things like that to make me back out of being with him. Javier is well acquainted with the owner of a high-end restaurant, so of course he's an elite man. I thought he said they were just friends, but I'm sure he's just as successful as all the other guests that were invited to that party. As proof of that, he was wearing an extremely expensive suit that day. I saw it all with my very own eyes. What you're saying can't be real.
Violet, that suit was a rental. It's not something that Javier owns.
What do you mean? He was wearing a rental suit to that party?
I told him the suit that he had would be enough for the party. However, he wanted to look good in front of all my friends, so he went to a shop and rented a suit for the night. It was a high-end suit, so it cost hundreds of dollars just to rent it. It's a shame because he wasted his income on it, and now with his pay cut, he's worse off.
You've got to be pulling my leg, right? Is this for real? That designer brand suit he was wearing was just a rental? It wasn't his own suit?
How many times do I have to explain this to you, Violet? He's just an ordinary office worker. There's nothing special about his job. He's not a big shot company boss. But you didn't even listen to me at all, Violet. What you do now, that's all on you, not me. You need to live with the consequences of what you thought someone was. I hope you have a happy marriage with Javier. May you and him be happy and be in love forever.
No! This can't happen to me. I'm not going to let this become my future. No way. If he's not the company president, then the marriage will never work out. I can't do this impossible thing. I'm going to break up with Javier.
Excuse me? But what's with the sudden change of heart? Don't you love him for the way he is?
I thought that he was a big shot company president, so that's why I stole him from you. If he's not, then what's the point in keeping him around? I don't want to be anywhere near him. I thought this was going to be my big turnaround in life, and I would be rich and successful. But I never expected that he was just an ordinary office worker. How is that possible? And with all that, I lost to you, even though I was way better than you at things. And now I get a pay cut and have no job? There's no way I can marry that kind of man and be happy about it. If he earns pennies, how am I supposed to live and buy things that I want? It's not fair!
I don't relate to anything you're saying, Violet. What do you want me to understand? Maybe you should use this opportunity of getting married and actually putting some effort into working on yourself. Maybe you might climb up the ladder and get promoted at work and become successful. Have you thought about that? I don't want anything to do with a so-called friend who steals men away.
I can't wait for that to happen. It would take so long to do that. I want success now. I want to become a company president's wife and live a luxurious life. If I can't do that, then I'm going to break up with him. I'll give him back to you. You can have Javier.
Do you know I feel so bad for you, Rose? We finally got married. I just submitted my marriage papers with Violet. I'm now officially her husband. Maybe you have some regrets, but please give up on your chance of getting back with me.
As long as you don't have any regrets, then I'm not worried. Are you sure everything is okay with the marriage paper submission? I swear Violet said something last night that she was going to break up with you.
What? She was going to break up with me? What makes you say that?
It seems like Violet thought that you were the company president for a while. But when she found out the truth about you, she said that she was going to break up with you. She said that if you're not a company president, then she can't be with you.
Are you being serious right now? What the heck is this? But I thought we loved each other. She said that she was madly in love with me and that she wants to marry me. So I got a marriage registration form and we started dating each other straight away. That's why I abandoned you and went off with Violet.
Look, I don't care if you stay married or break up. I don't want anything to do with either of you. You've both played me for a fool, and I'm not having it anymore. Goodbye, and never contact me again. After that, Violet and Javier hurriedly looked for new jobs. It seems that they managed to register for a work dispatch. The two of them moved into a rundown apartment together. As I expected, they lived on bean sprouts as their staple food. However, Violet was boasting to all of her friends, saying that she was going to marry a company president, and everyone wanted to be invited to the wedding. She should have told the truth instead of deceiving people. She was then characterized as the vulgar woman by everyone around her. Javier posted on social media recently that he's having champagne whilst having a meeting. In reality, they're living off pennies and trying to survive each day. The social media posts are just something he wished he had.
Thank you for watching till the end. If you felt good about this video, like the video. If you didn't like it, let me know why in the comments. Subscribe too. Your likes and subs lead to our motivation. We have so many videos on our channel as well, so go ahead and take a look. See you in the next video.
Hey, Katie, what do you think you're doing wearing another woman's wedding dress like that? Get out of my room right now. What? What the heck are you all upset about? Stop playing dumb with me right now. I've already seen what you just posted online about you in that dress. Oh, Jesus. So you really do follow all of my accounts online then, huh? That's because you came to me the other day bragging about how you made it to 10K followers on there. I wanted to know what you were posting on there that got you so many followers, and that's where I found you wearing my wedding dress. It's too late now for you to try deleting all those photos. I would never delete my most popular posts. Some of them have close to 3,000 likes on them. I knew that posting some pictures of me as a bride online would get me a lot more likes. What do you think you're doing wearing my wedding dress like that without my permission, though? That dress is not cheap, and yet you're wearing it all the time. Are you mental? Listen, I started wearing it because it looks really good on me. And I just knew that by posting pictures of me in that dress online, I'd get loads of likes from all my followers. So you're taking my dress and wearing it just for the likes? Well, considering I'm an Instagram influencer, I think getting the most likes I can on my posts is a part of my job. All of my followers want to see my luscious body and only the cutest clothing, like your wedding dress. That's why I've been borrowing it for that purpose. And when it comes to the dress, I'm sure it's happier to have a beauty like me wearing it instead of being worn by such an ugly duckling like yourself. So don't get so worked up over it, please. Did you just call me an ugly duckling? Who else would I be calling that besides you, Rebecca? Compared to such a sexy woman like me, you look more like a man than a woman. In other words, there is no better way to describe you besides ugly duckling. Huh? I really do feel so sympathetic towards you, Rebecca. You've had to grow up with someone as gorgeous as me all your life. And because of my face being as wonderful as it is, you look even more ugly than if you just had a simple younger sister. But hey, because of your ugliness, you make me look even better. You're calling me a tool then now? Katie, you cut that attitude out right now. I get that in the past you would make fun of me a lot, but what you've been doing now just to get more likes and more followers is really starting to piss me off. If it's so hard for you to live with the truth, why not try making yourself as cute as me? I'm sure if you put around $50,000 into plastic surgery, you could start to look like a better put-together woman. Excuse me? Oh, that's right. I just remembered something really good. I think it would be great if I went ahead and had a wedding as well. I mean, nobody wants to see someone as ugly as you in a wedding dress, right? Screw you, Katie. What makes you think you need to be taking over my special day to have a wedding? If you want to get married, find yourself a man and make your own date for it. Well, if you let me have your wedding, then it wouldn't have to go to waste, right? You can try starting the plastic surgery now, but I don't think you'll be healed in time for the wedding. And when it comes to your fiancé, I'm sure he'd rather have his wedding with someone good-looking and fun, right? Also, I just really want to try having a wedding here soon. I bet if I started to post all kinds of photos from a wedding that I'm in, I'd get close to 10,000 likes on them. Huh? All you want to do is use the wedding so that you can get likes then? Do you have any idea what a wedding is actually about? I was just joking a little there. You don't have to get that butthurt over it. You ugly ducklings really can't take jokes now, can you? You can't call something that's not funny a joke. Anyway, I just want to make sure that you never go into my bedroom again. You're not even getting married soon, so stay out of my wedding dress. Colson, where are you at right now?
What's going on with you? I'm in my room right now, so why are you acting all worked up?
Why are you lying to me right now? I am in front of your room right now.
What?
You're not answering the doorbell, and when I tried to use the duplicate key on the door, it didn't work. And just a second ago, the landlord came out and told me the man in this room moved away already. What the hell is going on here, Colson? Where did you run off to?
Why on a day like today would you be going to my place? I went through all the trouble of hiding this from you by moving out of there.
I had something going on close by to here, so I just thought it would be a good idea to stop by and say hi before I went home. That's when I learned you moved out, Colson. What the hell? Explain what you're doing to me right now.
Asking me to explain myself now?
Our wedding is tomorrow, Colson. So why would you be moving away and into a new place the day before our wedding?
Shut up! Your fiancé moved away the day before the wedding, all right? Think about that for a second, please. I don't want to get married to you anymore. That's why I ran away while I still had time.
What did you say?
I can't get married to you anymore, and that's because I found someone else that I really want to marry now. That is why tomorrow's wedding is canceled. Starting today, I'll be living with Katie over at her place.
Huh? You hold on for 1 second. Katie? Do you mean my little sister, Katie?
Oh, that's the one. I now want to get married to your little sister, Katie. But I'm sure that both you and your parents would be against such a marriage as this. That's why I moved away with her in secret. Her and I want to marry our true love, and that's why we ran off with one another in the night.
So you both ran off then? No way. You're lying, right? And you've run away with my little sister? Your fiancé's little sister.
I'm real sorry, Rebecca, but I'm kind of over being with you. She has my heart in her hands now, and there was nothing I could do about this. Which means there's no more love left in me for you. Figure out some way to forget about me now, please.
I can't believe this, Colson. Screw you. How the hell am I going to forget about something as insane as my fiancé leaving me the day before our wedding? Please don't do something as stupid as that and come back to me.
All that would happen if I went back to you is you getting a settlement from me. Who would want to go back to you knowing something like that will happen?
You're a dick. Not even having the balls to take responsibility for your actions now?
I even went ahead and quit my job in order to be able to run away with the girl I love now. I have to hang on to my savings now and not let them fall into your hands because I have a woman to marry and not enough money for anyone else. Now you have a good one, Rebecca. As for the cancellation of tomorrow's wedding and the explanation to everyone, you handle all of it, please.
You frickin' asshole. You've really done it this time, laying your hands on my man. I never thought you were this bad of a sister until today.
Don't call me a bad little sister. All I did was the thing I told you before that I'd be doing. Why are you blaming me for something you never prepared for?
Huh? When did you ever say you'd be stealing my fiancé away from me and running away?
A little while back I told you something like that. Back when I was just trying to have some fun putting on your dresses for likes. You told me that I'm not even getting married, so I shouldn't be wearing your dress. And as a response to that, I told you that your fiancé would be happier with someone as sexy as me in that dress. In other words, what I was saying is that in order to become a bride, I had to wait for him to come to me.
Excuse me?
Back when I was posting all those pictures of me in a wedding dress, everyone was commenting on them and making me feel oh so good. And that last photo I posted got over 5,000 likes. I also ended up with another 2,000 followers because of it. That's when I realized I had to do whatever it took to get into your wedding dress one more time.
Don't tell me that's actually your reason for laying your hands on Coulson. That is the reason, though. As long as I became a bride, I could start wearing a wedding dress, right? So I made my move. I knew that the quicker I got Coulson, the quicker I'd be able to get back in that dress. You're lying. You went along with such a stupid reason as that in order to justify stealing my fiancé? And when it comes to Coulson, both his face is really good looking, and he is a really kind man. Also, considering he came from a really famous university, he'll be able to find himself a well-paying job anywhere. By the way, running away with another woman's man like this is like something out of a cool drama, right? When I tell this story online, I bet you all of my followers will love the content even more and like everything I post on there. You're trying to be the main character from a drama, then? I'm over being angry with you now, and I'm just gonna give up. Make sure to give up on being as ugly as you are as well, please. You losing your fiancé like that the day before your wedding was your fault in the first place. If you weren't as ugly as you are, then this would have never had to happen to you. Huh? And no matter how much of an ugly duckling you were engaged, right? But now, you're to blame for the fact that you could never make yourself look any better for your man and let him go due to the fake love that you had. So you having to lose your man to someone as sexy and cute as me was bound to happen at some point. I kind of feel sorry for you. You were trying so hard to get married, even though you have looked like crap forever. And now all of that work has gone to waste because you could never bother with becoming a proper woman. I don't want to hear any of that from you anymore. You are not getting away with your selfish crap this time. I'm sorry, but I think I will be getting away with my crap again. Sorry for being so damn good looking, Rebecca. Now I have a brand new marriage with Coulson to look forward to. And as for that wedding you'd been looking forward to tomorrow, it's canceled now. Go ahead and get started on all the work that canceling a wedding requires as you cry yourself to sleep. The wedding's been canceled for a while now. What? But man, I never thought the both of you would try so hard to run away from here. Both you and Coulson have been doing a lot of unexpected things this time around. Wait a sec. What are you talking about? You're supposed to be having a wedding tomorrow, right? And you couldn't have canceled it yet because you never even knew that Coulson moved away on you. You're supposed to cancel that wedding starting now, so what are you talking about? Sorry to say this, but I went and canceled the wedding a month ago. I did so while keeping Coulson completely in the dark about all of it. Huh? Why would you go and do something like that? You never once noticed anything going on between Coulson and I, right? Yes, I didn't ever notice that you and him had something going on behind my back. But that doesn't mean I never knew about all the other women Coulson has been going out with behind my back. What? Coulson's been with other women behind your back? Actually, while Coulson's been engaged to me, he's gone out with multiple other women, thinking that I never knew a thing about all of it. He's a real cheating prick. That's why when I finally realized he wasn't going to let up, I went and canceled our wedding and got all the money I put down on it back. What? I probably should have told him all about that right after canceling, though, right? Then we could have actually had the time to talk about what happened there, and I wouldn't be left behind like I am now. Perhaps I still had some hope that he'd change and only put his focus on me. I sort of still believed that there would never be anyone on this planet who could hang on to those lies as much as he did with me. But he just never did open up to me any, and that's why we're here now, Katie. Wait a second. He's been cheating on you with other women? What do you mean? Has he really been cheating on you with as many women as you make it seem? From the ones I've been aware of during our time being engaged to one another, he's been with 3 separate women behind my back. And if that wasn't bad enough, 2 of those women are already married. I've already gone and told their husbands about what happened, and they are both going to have to pay some major settlements now. What did you say? But so far, neither one of those women have paid their husbands a dime and are trying to run and hide. So both of those men came to me asking for my help in finding them, so that they could be paid the settlements that they both deserve. What? So those men have been talking with you about it? When they started to want my help, that's when I really started to think about all the crap that Coulson's been doing to everyone. I always knew he was up to some pretty bad things, but I never wanted to really think about how much worse the guy could get. But before I could feel as though that was it, and I'd never have to think about Coulson cheating on me again or about the families he'd ruined, those men called me asking for help. They told me all about how they needed me to hand them Coulson to see if he knew anything about the whereabouts of their wives. But before I could even approach him, he dodged the questions I had and told me to leave his private business alone. Just like the pile of crap bastard he really is. What? That's why on that day I canceled the plans for our wedding. That happened just days before I planned to send out all the invitations, so that was a major plus for me. And I never did have to end up explaining why the wedding was canceled to everyone else. As for Mom and Dad and his parents, I plan to tell them the reason for why we will no longer be getting married soon enough. And as for tomorrow, I'll ask them all to come and have a word with me in person. I planned to have Coulson there as well for the talks, but just before I could snatch him, he ran. And he ran away with my younger sister, of all people. No way. I never knew something like this would be happening, and Coulson never told me a thing. Also, Rebecca, didn't you still do all of that work on your wedding after you said you canceled it? You even had the wedding dress all ready for the wedding still. I only learned about him cheating on me with so many women after I went and ordered the dress. And since I bought the dress fitted to me and everything, there was no way for me to return it and get a refund. That's why instead of handing it off to my wedding planner to hold on to, I kept it in my room. I was thinking after all of this was over, I'd sell the dress online or something to make some cash back. However, you went and started wearing it all the time without asking me. So, that's how things were playing out? If you really want that cheating bastard so badly, then please go ahead and have him. But before you marry, I'm making sure you both take responsibility for what you've done. I will make sure that both of those men that had their wives cheat on them with Coulson and myself get the money that we deserve for being hurt. I don't need a man like Coulson anymore. I never thought that he'd be cheating on you with anyone else besides me. Not only are things all messy now, but he hasn't even paid off any of the settlements he has yet. I'm going to leave that man right now and come back home. You can leave him all you want now, but you're still going to have to pay me a settlement after this. What? Why would you still do that? You don't have to come home, by the way, because we're on our way out to see you both now. I never thought that GPS tracking app I had Coulson download a while ago would come in handy for something like this. GPS tracking app? You had him download an app like that? In order to get as much money from him and a settlement as possible, I needed to make sure I had a lot of evidence regarding his whereabouts. Of course I had stuff from both of those men whose wives Coulson was with, but I would need a lot more evidence for the other girls he had been with besides you and those married women. Oh look, you both are still in the next town over. At McDonald's eating? Well, thankfully that's not too far away, so we'll be there for you both in no time. You can really see where the both of us are? Now allow me to explain the rest of what's happened to both Mom and Dad and Coulson's parents. And then, by the time we arrive to grab you both, they will be aware of all the terrible things the both of you have done. And remember, there's no point in running from us anymore. You'll just be wasting more of your energy.
Are you freaking serious? You're a coward! You put that GPS app on my phone so that you could actually track my every movement? You're a scheming bitch for that.
I'm not listening to that from someone who ran away from me the day before our wedding with my little sister. Especially when you haven't even taken any responsibility for your past crimes yet. Did you think acting like a child at your age by running from us would work?
Where the hell do you plan to take me to? I was trying to get out of that parking lot with all my speed, yet both of my parents rolled in and grabbed me. They didn't even ask me what happened, instead picking me up and throwing me into the back of their car while taking my wallet off me. Neither of them are telling me anything right now, so tell me where you guys plan on taking me.
To somewhere we can have some really good conversations with one another about what's all gone down. I originally planned to have all the discussions tomorrow with everyone involved, but you and my sister jumped the gun and started to run away, so we had to move out quick and choose another location for the talks. I made sure to call on everyone who's been involved in your BS to come out and see us.
Everyone involved?
Both of our parents, of course, but also both of the men whose wives you were with and that other chick's parents as well. This time, you're not going to get away from any of us. We won't allow it. This is the day that you finally pay everyone for the crimes you've committed, along with my sister.
No way! You have to be lying, right?
Don't worry, Coulson. It's not only going to be you who rots in hell after today. Katie's in the same boat as you are right now, so you both can fall into hell together.
What?
I made sure to invite all of the people she's been involved with as well today. Sounds like her ex-boyfriend has been asking for her to pay him back for a long time now, so he'll be there. And let's not forget about her other ex, who she stole some money from to cheat on him with. They'll be there, ready to see her.
Both of Katie's ex-boyfriends?
Due to the fact that she's a really good-looking girl, she's had a lot of men that she's decided she can do anything she wants with. And plenty of them ended up being tossed aside by her for the next best man, and some of them she was only dating for a day or two. And, well, one of those exes of hers happened to be her old fiancé before she ran away from him. I got a call from him asking for her to give him his money back over and over again.
No freaking way!
That is why today I invited the both of the men she owes something to the discussion. I told them that today we'd be having a settlement party, and told them they were more than welcome to join us since she owes them both something as well. And then those two said they wanted to come because she still owes them money, and another 3 will be there just to watch the drama unfold.
5 of her ex-boyfriends? I never thought that she had been with so many other men before me!
You don't get to say that when you told me you'd never been cheating on me before. Now prepare yourself to arrive at the meeting grounds where everyone has been patiently waiting for you. Make sure to get together all the apologies you have to say before we're there. I can't do this, Rebecca. I don't have any kind of money that will allow me to pay off all these settlements right now. After adding up all of the settlements, I'm going to have to pay around $80,000. There's no way I'll ever be able to pay this all off. You can't be crying over something as small as that. Right now, Coulson's having to pay around 3 times that amount to all of the people he's hurt and pissed off. You both can marry on the basis that you guys have a lot of debt and will work together to pay it all off. Good luck. Huh? Now that all of this has happened to him and I, you really think that we're still going to end up getting married? No way that's going to happen now. What? You don't plan on getting married still? Well, you both have lost all of your family now, so there's nobody else you two can rely on but each other. Shouldn't you both be happy to still have one another after all the trouble you've caused? I don't want to have such a sad wedding where we've had to bond over our debt. No, thank you. Now that things have become this bad for me, I'm going to have to use my reputation online to help me out. I'm an influencer with over 10,000 people following me on Instagram now, so I'll have all of them help me out this time. All I have to do is make a video of me crying for their help, and there will be at least 1,000 of them coming my way. Huh? Are you really planning on using your followers to help you pay off those settlements you got for being a terrible person? You have no clue what I can do. When it comes to us influencers, we have a lot of power in the minds of those we influence. I'll post about how my toxic sister tried to ruin my life by having some of my exes and herself get settlements from me. And then I'll let them know to send money to my bank account in order to save me from you all. Something as simple as that post and perhaps a video of me crying will get me loads of money that I'll be able to use to get out of this mess you caused for me. What about this post you just made? The comments section is on fire right now and things are not looking good for you. What? Damn, there are already 300 comments on your post after just 1 minute. And what most of them say are things you wouldn't want to see yourself. All really, really negative things. What is this all about? What is going on with all of my followers? I've never ever had any comments like this on any of my posts before. What happened to all of my followers that would praise me for the beauty that I am and would fight off all these bad people? Well, as far as I can see, they're nowhere to be found. And rightfully so, considering you posted a timeline of you saying that you just stole your sister's fiancé and that you just ran away with him. Of course, all of those followers you had before that just followed you for your sexy pics are now in shock over this. No way. This was never supposed to happen to me. I was supposed to get help from all of them telling me I'm in the right and that I'll be okay. And this was supposed to increase the amount of sponsors I got. Rebecca, what should I be doing about all of this? I don't give a damn, you screw up. This is what both of you and that Coulson deserve after all the crap you pulled. You both tried to make it as far as you could, doing everything and anything you wanted, so don't start crying now that you've been caught. But that's... All you guys can do now is take full responsibility for all that bullcrap you guys did. If you start going online and talking about how you're sorry for what you've done and that you'll pay off all those settlements, then I think your followers will stop making all those terrifying yet funny comments. If you'd like to continue being an influencer online, then you need to learn how to not look like total dog crap in the eyes of everyone. Even after I stopped talking with Katie, the comments section on a lot of her posts were raging with angry commenters telling her that she's garbage and that she needs to take her life and all that. Eventually, it all became too much for her to handle, and none of the replies she made to those comments helped, so she went and deleted all of her accounts on everything and shut off her phone. After that, as a way of trying to get some money in order to pay off the settlements she had, she went to all of her influencer friends looking for money, but not a single one of them was willing to help someone on her level. In the end, Katie went and got married to Coulson, who, when compared to her, was in a far worse place dealing with all the same problems. They both would end up working for the same store together in order to make as much money as they could so that they could pay off all the debt they were in. As a way of making sure they wouldn't be able to run away anymore, though, both my parents and Coulson's parents called the store manager and told them those two's situation and said that half of what they earned had to go towards those settlements, or else they would need to tell the courthouse about them. And until they've paid every single settlement off, they would have to deal with only making half as much as the rest of the employees there. I really just hope they can last until they've paid everything off so that they can no longer cause trouble for anyone else.
Thank you for watching till the end. If you felt good about this video, like the video. If you didn't like it, let me know why in the comments. Subscribe too. Your likes and subs lead to our motivation. We have so many videos on our channel as well, so go ahead and take a look. See you in the next video.